Hello, friends. I'm Derek LeBlanc, president of the Kids Safe Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit based in Oregon. Since our founding back in 2016, we've reached 22,000 kids in 5 states and have taught them life-saving skills on what to do if they ever came across an unsecured firearm. The goal is to empower our youth to make good, safe decisions if ever put in a dangerous situation. We seek to take the novelty away from our firearms and to teach children that guns are normal. Outreach is one of the most important things that we do. It's the outreach that reaches across all sides of the political divide because our approach is strictly about safety. There's room in the middle. This is where we wait. With so much division in the world, it's really important to provide viable solutions. The public seeks leadership, and there is a huge void. We have a very unique opportunity to fill that void and some. It all comes down to the message. We can all agree that saving lives is the goal, but only some organizations know how to make this possible. One thing that we must be addressed is that prohibitionists have been working since 1934 to regulate firearms, all in the name of saving lives. The only problem here is that it's never worked or it never will. As a society, we cannot simply legislate morality or evil intent. This is where gun control movement is flawed from the beginning. It has never been about saving lives, but all about control and profiting off of the carnage. What we should be shouting from the rooftops is taking away our guns will never do anything to prevent gun crimes. As 2A advocates and responsible gun owners, we are not the problem. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. We all get it. We all know what's at stake. All while politicians and gun control activists hide behind armed security plus failed policies. This is where outreach is so important. If we learned anything from the pandemic and the societal unrest over the past year, is that Americans, we need our guns. There's an estimated 425 million guns in the country, with nearly 110 million gun owners. The makeup is so diverse, which contradicts the claims of the prohibitionists that all gun owners are all old white guys. This is offensive to so many different demographics. This is where we make up ground. Proper outreach is critical. One thing that we should realize, though, as advocates, is we need quality over quantity. What I mean by that is we need votes. We need engagement from new gun owners. Some might not identify politically like us, but if we can get to them and have them understand the consequences of bad votes and legislation, maybe we can stem the tide of gun control. It takes great courage to be able to have civil conversations with those that don't see eye to eye with us. This is where we need to be out of our comfort zones. We have to evolve the way we interact with others. We have to be conscious of the messaging that we put out. Good messaging is the way to get conversions. What I mean by conversions is not necessarily getting someone that typically turns left to go right, but getting someone to vote with their gun rights. This is how we're going to win going forward. 2020, 2021 has been a good year for us in the courts. We have had some major court victories thanks to the Second Amendment Foundation and other big organizations doing the heavy lifting. There is so much more work left to do, and the fight will continue indefinitely, unfortunately, because of the irrational fear of inanimate objects. Education is an important component to helping safeguard the Republic. The Republic is dependent on the future generation. This is why I've dedicated my mission to their safety. Part of our problem is on our side as well. It is very common for us to get emotional with our responses and reactionary. It's exhausting to always be on the defensive. The media, big tech, and the elites censor our expertise. We are viewed as the problem even though we have viable solutions. No agreements can be met. The division continues and lives are continued to be lost. It's a vicious cycle. I don't know about all of you, but I'm sick of it. This is where we have to clock in as advocates, activists, and influencers. We have to outreach to those who are new to the fold. We need support from new gun owners. I do believe we need quality over quantity here. We need those that might not align with us politically to at least help us protect our gun rights. We do this by being welcoming and setting expectations for our side on what's acceptable behavior and to hold people accountable for their actions that aren't becoming of us as gun owners. We have to evolve the way we interact with others. Some of the things that I see put out there, to be quite frank, are embarrassing. We are always quick to posture flex and cyber intimidate. This is not the way. This only fuels the fire. We need even keels here because we need to attract those in the middle that are not on our side of the aisle. The united message going is all of our God-given right to self-defense. This message crosses all political, racial, socioeconomic, and other divides. Our 2A rights unite us all as Americans. This is our hill to defend. We need numbers, though, that might come through our important outreach efforts. While there might be a time when we might have to flex and show our muscle, this is not the time. This is the time to reach those that need us most, to help them understand the importance of our 2A rights. Together, we can help prevent further restriction. One thing that the anti-gun side must understand, there's over 425 million guns in this country, and they aren't going anywhere, period. It's past time we all coexist. Our outreach opportunities are beginning to expand, and this is how we take advantage of it. We are in a very unique position. We are seeing policies that are flawed from the start to unravel. This is our opportunity to expand our outreach into different segments of society. Positive exposure to firearms will help overcome fear and dispel any myths. We can do this. In the past year, there have been so many victories in court. We must keep up the positive momentum. Getting an infusion of new gunners that understand the founding principles of our Second Amendment will help us in the long game. We need to be focused in the short term and in the long term to help protect our rights. I have dedicated much of my life to the protection of children. It is my belief that the future of the Republic depends on our children. We have to reach them at a young age and teach them the importance of safety and showcase that firearms aren't scary if used responsibly. Though throughout my career as president of a safety organization, our outreach program has been one of our biggest priorities. We have to reach children and families to show them the importance of safety. Truly, safety is a family affair that every member should have a part in it being success. This happens by being in a position to have very important conversations with the parents. With rights do come responsibilities. Education is something that is viable if given a chance. I will leave you with this. It is something that I adhere to, and it helps me keep me focused. If not me, then who? If not now, then when? I try to think of something greater myself. It's these thoughts that help me guide me on my mission to help me keep our important message of safety pure. You can find out more information about the important work that we're doing to protect children on our website, kidsafefoundation.org. You can also follow us across all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Zero firearm accidents is the only acceptable goal. Thank you.